Okay. Well, hopefully you can hear me okay. Hi, everybody. Michelle Finocchis here from Pure Magic Vacations. And today I'm so excited. Episode 2, travel support with the Finocchis. I have my friend here, Alexis Willms, and she is going to be talking to us today, giving us tips about skincare before, during, and after travel. Yep. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And also about some makeup tips for the same thing. So I met Alexis, how many years?
I don't know.
3? It might be more than that. Yeah. So we met through a mom group on Facebook. Props to the mom groups on Facebook. And we've just kind of stayed in touch. I watch a lot of her videos because her makeup stuff is really good. And I like to watch her kind of do her face. It feels real to me. And I know that she has skin stuff and that she kind of helps me, with tips and stuff like that for my skin. And I thought, well, I know that you guys ask a lot of questions about that, about your skin and how to you tan and then all of a sudden your skin tone is different while you're on vacation, or it's red.
Yep.
Some people, I'm lucky to have olive skin, so I don't get the burning a lot, but, and then just kind of applying things that burn or don't feel good, or stuff to prep your skin before you go. And then when you come home and you start to peel and everything starts to fade away again, what do you do? So Alexis is going to help us with that today. Yep. So Alexis, go ahead. Tell us what you do and what you're about. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a professional makeup artist. I have been in the industry for over 15 years.
Yeah.
That is my true passion. I love making people feel good. I love the tips, the tricks, the training. I love that you could look one way one day and another way and the next. And plus vacation is a whole other ball game when you're tanned and looking fabulous. We love
vacation decor. That's something you and I have. Yeah, we love our houses to look kind of beachy.
Yeah.
That's kind of something we have in common. We always talk about.
I don't know why we live where it's cold.
I don't know why either. Yeah.
And I have been an Arbonne independent consultant for 5 years. So I partnered that with my line because my background in retail, I knew what the clients wanted when it came to very clean products that were results driven. And it took me a while, but I found the best brand out there to help you out.
Yeah. And I use some of it too. I have for years. I don't sell it or, whatever, but it's just kind of been super helpful for me to have something that's, I have very sensitive skin and some skin conditions. So I just trust it on my face. I don't use everything. And Alexis doesn't really tell me to. She's like, use what works for you. And then, do what you need to do for your own care. So that's why I love you. So, okay. I want to talk about prep. So before we go on vacation, Alexis, what are we supposed to be doing that I'm probably not doing? Okay.
First of all, what you don't do. Do not wax straight the day before you leave, please.
What? That's when I have time. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Schedule it earlier because you will have such freshly polished skin in some areas, but not in others. So then your tan will not come across as even.
Yeah.
And that is such baby skin under there. You can get burnt really easily and then you'll be blotchy.
Yeah.
So go waxing earlier and then maintain.
Yeah.
You want to get in a good exfoliation routine beforehand. So grab a good scrub with an oil in it.
So it's good to exfoliate before you go?
Yes, just gently. Okay. So then head to toe, you have the same consistency of skin. So we're not going for peels. We're just gently removing dead skin.
Okay.
Now, if you don't want to show up pasty to the beach, you can do self-tanning at that time because you'll be even. So I like to do the self-tanning maybe 3 days before I leave. I just do it at night, let it dry for a bit, and
you're talking about creams though, not going to a tanning bed.
Not going to a tanning bed. So a lotion, self-tanner, or go to one of those tan on the go where you're get sprayed. And
love tan on the go.
Yeah. And then maybe touch up your face again before you go. Or you might have to do the body depending on the level of darkness that you need.
Yeah.
And how quickly your skin turns over.
I like to do that, guys. I don't know about you. I don't do it for every vacation, but I know when I travel in the winter or early spring that I usually have my friend come over and she has a great business too. Or I'll buy, wipes and stuff. I tend to use natural products on my skin. So I don't normally go to the drugstore. So I wouldn't be able to tell you guys what to use from there. But, it just helps you feel more confident too, I feel like, right? And they're not orangey anymore if you're doing it right. right?
No, they're not.
I guess with that evenness, if
Yeah.
you're taking off all those dead skin cells or whatever,
Yep.
you're not going to get the blotchy. Okay.
Totally.
Lesson learned.
Totally. Make sure though that you're hydrating. So you've exfoliated all the dead skin off, you hydrate, you're doing the self-tanning, and then you're maintaining that with hydration. So once you have that on, don't scrub the next day because you don't want patches coming off either. You want to stock up on mini bottles for things so you can travel with them. So if your favorite brands have them, grab them. Make sure you're not switching into like minis of another total brand because you could have breakouts, reactions, whatever, while you're on the go. A really good tip is have those face wipes. Like it could be a makeup wipe, a cleansing wipe. Ours are biodegradable, which is quite nice.
Yeah. And necessary in some of the locations. I don't know if you know that. So if you're going to an eco resort, they're preferring that you're using biodegradable products, just in case you didn't know that. Yeah.
So that way you can use them on the go. So it could be on the plane, in between
the plane
activities.
Is so gross for your skin. It's disgusting. I hate it.
Freshening up throughout the day. If you're sweating or running around or whatever, you can touch up quick. Or you've been to the beach all day and now you have a fancy dinner, so you just wipe down and go, kind of.
That's generally what's happening, right? If you take a nap, ladies, and you don't have time. I mean, if you're at the beach, maybe you're taking a shower, but if you're in between doing an activity, and God, you sweat when you're away at the beach so quickly and easily. That's a really good idea. That remind me to watch that and take a note. Wipes.
And make sure to pack extra hydration. So maybe a hydrating mask. You can get the paper ones. We just launched them ourselves. So I haven't even tried them yet. So I'm super pumped for that.
Exciting.
And it's all about the glow, right? So you can wear those, like if you're daring, you can wear it on the plane. Otherwise have a hydrating mist on hand, and then pack a few extra masks throughout the week. So at night when you're done with the beach and all that, your face might be really warm from the sun. Just throw on a hydration mask, watch 15 minutes of a show, lay down, and then take it off and continue with your bedtime routine.
That's amazing. Is that one of your guys? I don't know about you guys, but for me, because I will be red just on the first day, or when I come in, and then the next morning I wake up and I have a beautiful, hopefully tan, because I'm always using sunscreen. So the hydrating mask then will keep you from tightening? Is that what, like that tightening that your skin gets?
It's pouring hydration in. And also, like if you're going to peel, like if you keep the skin hydrated, it's not going to be like lizard skin. Okay. So hydration is your best friend. So that's externally. You also want to do hydration internally. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water, but we also carry a sport drink that is like a little packet that you can just take with you because it's harder to take water bottles on, right? So put that in. This has all your electrolytes, replenishing. And I also know that people enjoy the open bars.
What?
At the resorts.
None of my clients, none of them drink. Nope.
Open bar packet. Open bar packet.
Oh, that's great.
So a hydration drink just restores inside as well, because you don't want to ruin your vacation either. Or if you have a little food issues, hydrate, right?
Yeah.
So that's my best friend.
tip, because who wants to bring, you can't bring Gatorade on the plane.
No.
Right? And you guys are always asking what happens.
Do you want Gatorade?
No. Ew. No. All that coloring? No. The blue tongue as you're walking down the beach. Right? That's super sexy. Yeah, the blue tongue.
If you're not as high maintenance maybe or fancy, you can go on the plane without makeup either. It's usually a really early flight as it is. That just keeps your skin more fresh, and you can hydrate with the mist or the mask or whatever as well. But make sure you're packing your hand sanitizers, and there are the more natural types, a hand cream and a lip balm as well to keep hydrated. And I always love those beside my bed anyway. You need to sleep in a lip balm, but your lips do get burnt too. So if it has an SPF,
we give every client a chapstick that has SPF in it, because that's one place that you overlook for you and for the kids. Kids too, they're so sensitive there. Yeah. So, you guys, that's a must do. Make sure you're putting chapstick on that has that, or lip balm that has that SPF, or even, I don't know, do they make glosses with SPF? Probably not.
Sometimes.
Do they? Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. So now we know before and during. Do you have any other tips for during?
So during, SPF,
Yeah.
Mineral-based is key.
Okay.
Also watching that you're going in the water, reapplying, and is your SPF safe for the environment as well? So
yes. So if you're going to Mexico and you want to go on an excursion, many times those places, those ancient ruins, or if you're diving into the cenotes, will not allow you to wear sunscreen. Yeah. So, you know, the fact that it's environmentally friendly is super important because that's something that they're really looking at there. So if you travel to Mexico specifically, so important. And I mean, obviously, if you're conscious of that anyways, which we all should be, guys, you know, that's something you want to consider. But in Mexico, that's an extra important kind of step, because even if you forget that you put it on, or, you know, you don't want to damage the natural wildlife that's been there for centuries. It's really super important there. So, and a lot of you know that. So there's a good tip. That's a great tip. Yeah.
Yeah. You also want to make sure you could have skin surprises, like friends that show up from food, or just overindulgence, or
sun,
everything. So if you have a quick spot treatment, make sure you're still exfoliating lightly while you're there. You're still going to tan at that point because you're being exposed. Just know that when you exfoliate, you're exposing your fresh baby skin to the sun, and you can gain more damage as it is. So I will talk about tips on how to treat that after. Yeah. But in the meantime, just know that skin issues can pop up as well. Yeah. And then, lots of moisture, head to toe. Body butters are really good. And we even have the Skin Rescue and Renew Gelée. And this one here has a cooling effect. So if you do get a sunburn, you're not only getting botanicals and moisture, you're cooling down the heat in the skin. So that's one of my favorite products to pack.
Better than the kind of Lanacane that, you know, is kind of medicated, and you don't, first of all, bringing that Lanacane bottle is horrible. It has like a lock on it. It always breaks in the luggage. That's so much. So that's a great tip too, you want something that cools. And I like that for the kids too, because they're more sensitive to, I don't want a t-shirt on my burnt, you know, shoulders or whatever. And hopefully they're not burnt, but if that does happen, they definitely a cooling. I recommend that as well. And what I actually recommend is if you have those little, you know, those little bottles that you buy from Shoppers Drug Mart in the dollar store to put your shampoos in and stuff, because I bring my own stuff most times, especially for my face and my body. Shampoos, sometimes I can go either way, but I recommend the little screw cap ones. They're like almost little jars, and that's how you can bring that stuff. And I can put it in my purse with a little ice pack at the beach. So we recommend that. That's one of our travel tips, is to put it. And if you're at Disney, it's even easier because you can kind of put one in everybody's little packs that they're bringing, so the kids can put their favorite stuff and they can just apply it. Yeah. So if you use that stuff in those little jars, they're more useful, I think, than those squeezy bottles that might come in that small size. So try to use those little jars if you can. They're just more convenient. I also put my daily sunscreen in that. So if you want to go to the beach, the jar is a lot easier because you can wash it on the outside, and they don't make a lot of those squeezy. It's usually a pump that come in those, and they aren't so great with thick stuff. So if you don't want to bring the whole bottle of sunscreen, then I bring those little jars daily. And then if you have older kids, you can give them their own jar and they can reapply as needed, so that you're not chasing them down while they're playing volleyball or whatever. So that's my tip too.
Totally. And don't forget your sunglasses, because eye health is key as well. Okay, so when you get home now, which is the worst part.
God, like you look so good when you're like there at the resort. Then you walk through the door and you're like, oh God, you know, maybe in the different lighting or whatever, your skin starts to slough. That's what's happening, right? It starts to peel and.
So use up your minis. Like, you have them, just use it up. Like, you don't want them to go bad unless you're going on vacation again, you know, next month.
And some of you are.
You could, if you're not peeling yet, don't exfoliate quite yet. Let that tan settle and like moisturize like crazy, because as soon as you start exfoliating and you're not repeating getting the sun, your tan will start to fade. So you don't want to exfoliate it off right away. Your face will fade the quickest because we wash that often, right? So reapplying maybe some of the self tanner just to like show off your glorious glowy skin.
That's true.
That's fun.
So you're even on your arms and your face.
But as soon as you start peeling, like just all of it, get it off.
And we need two different types of foundation if you're a foundation person, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I hate
we'll get into makeup too. You always want your face to match your neck, okay?
Yeah.
So beforehand, do maybe a self tanner and you can go up a shade in foundation. However, if you don't need a lot of coverage, you can get away with like a more sheer, like tinted moisturizer or CC cream or something like that. And now just check the expiry date. For me, I just have a bottle that lasts like half the summer and trips maybe, and then I put it aside and then I reuse it the next summer. So it's like a bottle that lasts a year. Just make sure you're shaking it here and there.
Yeah.
But you don't wear that when you're like fair.
Yeah.
Put it on when you're that color. No orange faces.
Yeah, guys. Yes, please.
And then as you fade, like if your tan is keeping, do the self tanner so you can wear that foundation.
Yeah.
Do not put the wrong foundation on.
Right.
When you don't look that.
Yeah.
Now, a bronzer is your best friend too. You could keep your face without a foundation and then bronze kind of where the sun hits. So I bronze my forehead, my cheeks, my nose, my chin, a little bit here because your neck doesn't stay as tanned either. But just put something like bronzy and glowy onto the skin to kind of keep that look too.
Yeah. I think that's my next thing is a bronzer.
Your best friend through the winter too. It just like
I need it obviously right now.
Healthy.
Guys. Yeah. I'm not feeling the healthy right now. Yeah.
Highlighters are fun too. Like make your cheekbones shimmer and like, you know, make the skin glow.
You always look so natural. She always has like this kind of natural look to her. I guess everybody kind of specializes in something different. I would definitely say you can go dramatic. She did my friend as Maleficent one year for she made her face all green.
For Halloween,
Yeah, for Halloween. But she's really great at that. So, okay. So with regards to makeup while you're on vacay, like that's hard to transition from. I'm used to doing full face. So what would you recommend while you're tanning and maybe sensitive while you're at the resort and getting that sun and, you know, so should they put foundation on or?
Depends. I mean, if you wear a lighter like CC cream or tinted moisturizer with an SPF, I would still wear the SPF under it. That's a good, cause it tends to be lighter, but you also, like as long as it's not melting off your skin, it should be fine. Yeah. Sometimes as soon as my skin starts to get glowier and I'm okay to go to the beach, I might just do like concealer under eyes and make sure it doesn't look like I've applied it just there. But I tend to like start reducing. Okay. So also a nice mineral powder that is half a shade up to buff into the skin. Minerals protect you from the sun as well. And mats out the like shine of things too.
Because that will happen, right?
And you can build that coverage. So you can put it on light, put it on heavier. You can layer then for dinner, put on the CC, then the mineral over top, and then you have more of a polished look. Okay. So
I get it. So while we're there, you're going to, in the morning, use your SPF. And if you use an SPF foundation and you still want to wear foundation to the beach, yes, there are people that do that. And if you do, great for you. You want to wear SPF over it as well. And then when you're coming in, because you're going to do your makeup, you're going to try to use something with minerals in it. So a powder or your CC cream, right? And then you're going to start reducing how much you're using of that through the vacation if you're tanning. Some of you use so much SPF, I know, and hats and stuff that you're very conscious of that. So that's a really great tip. And then maybe light exfoliation, but when you get home, not so much. So you
leave
keep
it
that
for
tan.
a bit, just to keep the tan. And then as you're peeling, then get it all off.
Okay. Awesome. That's great, Alexis. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad, so grateful she came. This is so fun, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these. We have somebody already planned for January, but I want to thank you, Alexis. And, you know, again, you are, how can they find you if they want their makeup done or if they're interested in Arbonne natural products? So how can they find you? Where do you prefer?
So I have a couple different ways. You can find me on Facebook. My name's Alexis Willms. I do have a makeup page called And a Touch of Gloss. My Instagram is @andatoutchofgloss.
Great. We'll put that on the screen for you guys for you to see.
And Gmail, it's andatouchofgloss@gmail.com.
Awesome. All right, guys, there's your makeup and skin tips for your vacations. I hope this helps. Keep this video on bookmark. So before you go, if you're not going for another year, if you haven't booked again yet, keep this bookmark so that you know what to do, when to do it. And of course, reach out to Alexis if you need some help. You do wedding parties and stuff like that too, right? Yeah. You just did some acting supporting some actors too. So follow her page. It's really fun. I follow all the time. She does a lot of live videos too. So thanks guys. Have a great day and we'll talk to you real soon.